welcome back to the adventures of Icewind Dale. Our unlikely adventurers crossing the sea have been assaulted by goblins and have now found themselves in a little bit of a pickle. The ship is rapidly taking on water. The captain and the rest of the crew have fended off most of the goblin threat. However, with the water intake, they know land is close, but not close enough before the ship sinks entirely. What do you do, gentlemen?
Panic!
Hmm?
Panic.
Panic? Panic. Ok, oui. J'ai pas entendu. J'ai juste entendu. Panic!
Ah! Ah!
Oui! Yes!
That's what I do. I'm panicking, and I'm controlling the ship.
No.
So I'm shitting
going
myself.
I'm at the wheel.
You're
I'm
at the wheel?
Yeah,
Yep.
Car's at the wheel at the moment.
You are.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
near the mast.
I think the last action you were doing was fixing the mast. The
Yes.
gnome engineer, which I'll remind you his name is Exalros,
Mhm.
was also having a conniption fit because the main mast, is in shreds due to the whole time that there was a combat, there was a single goblin. A single goblin who made it its life goal to destroy this one tapestry.
I do remember.
And we ended, I think, the scene on Turaslij choking out the goblin boss.
Yes.
As Ranjit disguised himself as a goblin boss to order the goblins to continue what they were doing. And then all of a sudden they were all flooding in the ship.
Yep. So,
In fact, on est tout, we're all like stuck in like the middle of the air, just like
Yeah.
plunging because, well, the boat is actually sinking.
The boat is now sinking. It's taking on water and it's going down like a couple centimeters a second, like.
And the other one is on fire.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's already half sunk.
Okay. How far is the land?
You see it's like a couple leagues away.
Oh, that's far.
But if you're looking at, you can see it. There's an island. It's there.
Okay.
I'm in denial, so I'm letting you decide what we do.
Okay. So,
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. No, I'm working on wood, so we're not dying.
Yeah.
Okay. So, car. There are still a lot of goblins on this friggin' boat. Okay.
Well, you guys decide what you're doing. The captain, Mr. Eliun, goes up to the goblin. Not goblin. Goes up to the gnomish engineer and tells him, "Zalros, figure out what's making the water, us take on water. We need to stop it or slow it down." He's like, "Right away, sir." And you see him like running down here. He opens this hatch and disappears.
Which hat?
Over here.
Okay, this one. Yeah.
Maybe I should change my color.
Yeah, gray isn't the best color for a DM.
Yeah, there we go. That's better. This looks silly. Here we go. Whoop! He's running that way.
All right.
Yeah.
Understood.
And disappears.
Well, all right. So this boat is not gonna stay afloat for long. I might as well go ahead and see what's in this. What's below deck. So car is gonna go ahead and get below deck.
Okay. So quickly, as you get down, you're in a hallway. And the hallway is slowly getting flooded with water. And you see scattered goblins, kind of just going like, and choking on water and like trying to get their breath. Yeah, that's basically the scene.
Okay.
That you see before you. And you can kind of tell that the water's coming from a hallway, like way over there.
Okay. I'm gonna shout up, Bhalmir, Mr. Eichenkrog, we're gonna need you down here. There's a big hole that needs to be fixed. And then I'm gonna. How many goblins are there?
About like a dozen. Most of them are still choking on water, and like they're non-combatants, as you can tell. Right now, they're not concerned with you. They're concerned with being alive.
Okay.
At the moment.
You hear from the upper deck. Is there water over there, laddie?
There is about a foot of water, and it keeps filling up. So you might have water up to your knees.
My knees or my chest?
It's only a foot, so your knees.
Oh, I get it. Just a second. T'entends juste comme un tas de patentes d'être droppé.
Okay.
So
yeah, you're at the same scene. Turaslij, you saw all the goblins kind of get sucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a choice. You could have let yourself get sucked by the same current, or you could not and try to swim away.
I have no qualms with. No, I'm going to try to swim away. Obviously. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Do just a strength check.
Yeah.
Is it a swim? Because it's like pulling you.
Mm-hmm. Strength or strength athletics?
Athletics. Strength athletics. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 11.
11. You maintain where you are at.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going in, and you're not being. Oh wait, you're like ah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna keep swimming until a new parameter arrives.
Okay.
What are you two doing? Below deck.
I'm going to let him finish talk.
Car is gonna cast thaumaturgy, and with a thunderous voice is gonna shout out, what are you doing on my ship? Towards the goblins.
Okay, perfect. You seem like hold on. Roll me an intimidation check.
So that is intimidation. That is a 19.
Perfect. Let me get some dice.
And Bhalmir is just like, yeah, yes, like he said.
The goblins are panicking. They're like, where's this voice coming from? And from below the water, Turaslij, you hear.
Of course, I'm going to start looking around.
Yeah.
Figure out where the source of that noise is coming.
Yeah.
If it's not a giant monster.
Yeah. You look around. You don't see anything below you. But as you look up, the ship is getting closer to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dumb enough to not know the ship's sinking, right?
Yeah.
No, he can figure. There's a hole. He's looking at it. He's trying to swim away from it, and the ship is also like the hole is going like closer.
Do we see the hole? I mean, Bhalmir, does he see any hole, or he's just seeing water?
You're in a hallway, and you're seeing the flow of water coming from the end of the hallway, and it turns off to the right and left. And it seems to be coming from the right. Down the hallway. And you can hear a small goblin's voice, like, going, "Get out!" No, goblin. A small gnomish voice going, "Get out of my way! You're in the way!" And you see a goblin getting pushed. And a little gnome is struggling through the current.
Is it how is he called?
That's Zalro.
Zalros.
Yeah. The gnome that you were intimidated by because he's the head like shipwright.
Yeah, he's intimidating.
Mm.
Whatever. What you say? Yes. So Zalros, do you need any help?
What does it look like? And what? You see that the water is like pushing him back, and he's like, I can't get to the hole.
Just wait a minute. He'll try to push his way, well, against the current.
Mm-hmm.
And do I need to make a strength check in order to move or not?
To get up to him, no.
Okay.
But as soon as you're near Zalros,
yeah,
you need to make a strength check.
Okay.
And this is what he's failing. He is not very strong.
Okay.
So
I will try to help him. Do I have something like that? Just a second.
In the meantime, seeing that both small figures seem to have a hard time, Kari is just gonna walk to the gnome and say, all right, fella, let me give you a hand." And he's gonna touch his shoulder and say, "Saluni, please guide this little man," and cast guidance.
Nice. All right. So with that, he's gonna make a strength check, and through your guidance, he is able to walk forward. And Bhalmir, with your athletic checks, you are also able to walk forward with him.
Okay.
As you progress down the hallway, you quickly find the source of the water intake, and everything seems to be bubbling over this hole.
And what does the hole look like?
It's a chasm about 5 foot by 5 feet. I guess like 10 foot. It's a 10-foot, 10-foot cube, basically.
Can he repair that kind of stuff, or is it like way out of his league?
You know, you'd be absolutely be able to repair this if water wasn't coming into the ship.
Oh.
So in dry dock.
Yeah.
Dry dock, easy peasy. You put some planks, put some, nails into it. As an emergency repair, you're not exactly sure how to tackle this problem. You know, like, you should probably plug up the hole with something, or at least try and slow the flow.
That's exactly what he says, like a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we ought to fix this hole. Eh? What do you think, Mr. Zaros?
Zaros kind of does this.
I'm good at
you
what
idiot.
I do.
Of course we need to close the hole.
Yes.
Let me stand on your shoulders. Stay still.
Don't do that, God.
All right. Now, I've only used this once. And he pulls out a gadget from
What
his
are you
pocket.
pulling out?
Just stay still.
Ah!
Do a dexterity save.
Can I do acrobatics?
Yes, you can do acrobatics. It is technically acrobatics.
Yeah.
Balancing people on
Woo!
television.
23 crit.
He's gonna do one too. Oh my god, he rolled an 18. So you guys are like, man, damning it. And you're just like, yeah.
Yeah. We
Um,
are one now.
and he pulls out what looks to be a mini cannon that he's strapping onto himself with like belts. And he's got like a little controller and he's like with knobs. And he starts pressing buttons. He's like, okay, now don't be surprised. Just don't worry about it. And he presses the button. And as soon as that happens, Turaslij
Mhm.
and a huge portion of the water gets sucked up.
It's Super Mario Sunshine.
And you're now in the boat going like, holy, what's going on?
All right.
And the cannons of the ship get wrenched down below you at the same time.
Okay.
And there's now multiple holes in the ship, but the hole where the water is coming from is severely reduced.
Okay, so the face, the expression that is Bhalmir right now, it's a mix of like extreme fear, excitement, and surprise at the same time. So he's kind of crying.
He's like, oh, no. I've never summoned a lizard folk with this before.
I
Get me
never
down.
saw that kind of contraption before, lad. What is that thing? I can barely hold myself together.
It's a ferromagnetic repulsion field. You never seen one of these before?
I think you just invented that word, my friend.
It's very experimental.
Shouldn't we get
Turaslij,
that lad out of the water?
Yeah.
Should we get it?
Turaslij, how are you landing in the ship? Are you going to try to like land on your feet? Are you, because you were sucked up and you were just kind of like propelled forward. You're trying to hold on to the
Okay.
top because you had enough clearance that you could have probably tried to get to the roof.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so it sucked me inside the hole?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There was a huge suction, and all of a sudden, that what replaced it was cannons
Oh, okay.
from above. So it did like this, like.
Okay, yeah. All right, well, yes, I'll try to grab anything I can to stop the random movement.
Mm-hmm. There's a equivalent to like a chandelier.
Oh shit! Not a chandelier.
That you can.
But
hold
you're
on
not
to.
Patrick Rothfuss,
Yeah.
so you can't do shit about it.
Not yet. So I try to grab onto it either way.
Yeah, it's more of like a little nodule of like wood with like a candle in it. Just
Yeah.
one candle.
Yeah, candle
Perfect.
holder. Yeah.
Sure. You grab onto it and you're holding onto it just like that, like, and you see before you a gnome standing on top of a dwarf's shoulders.
Yeah.
With the weirdest contraption you have ever seen in front of you. There's like a cannon hole and it's like pulsing, and he's got like these straps and tubes going into it, and they look like they're in sync. They look like they know what they're doing.
They look like they're in sync. The band?
Yeah.
Frosted Tips?
I'm Justin Timberlake, and I have like the best air ever. That doesn't look like Ramens at all.
All right. So first thing I say when I see the two, I go, I'm not with them.
We can see that, right? You're kind
What'd
of
you say?
greenish, and you're a
I'm
bit
actually brown.
taller.
Zavros looks at you and goes like, "Well, of course you're not. You were summoned by this thing, right? Where you come from anyway?
The other boat.
The plane of oh the other boat. What are we doing
was-
on that boat?
I was a prisoner. I was a
Ah,
prisoner of the goblins.
and use this excitement to escape. Good on ya.
Yeah.
Probably caused it.
Well, welcome to the club, laddie. We're all prisoners over here.
Great.
Or we were.
From the other end of
Zavros
the
kind of looks
hall.
at you, going like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
I don't know. What
Right.
are you talking about?
You all right down there?
You can see that the flow of water has slowed, but it's still filling. And Zavros goes to Bhalmir. Hey, we still got a job to do. He doesn't seem that bad. We still need to fix this hole. Come on, get some planks of wood. And there's like debris everywhere that
And
you can
Bhalmir
find
just-
easily.
Since the information he got, it's probably not really what's happening because there's probably a mix-up between what I know and what's actually going on.
Mhm.
But he's just going to drop the gnome and just go ahead and fix everything. So he's just going.
Yep.
Ah! What do you want me to do? So I will try to fix the hole with whatever material I found.
Mhm.
It probably the simplest thing to do. It's like a carpenter check.
It tools proficiency of the tool that you have. Do you have mason tools or
I have the
Carpenter
carpenter
tools.
tools,
Yeah,
Mhm.
carpenter
and I will
tools.
use dexterity, strength, intelligence.
I'm gonna go with strength because you're forcing it against the current.
Good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Otherwise, you could use int or dex if you were just doing it precisely.
it's 13.
All right. And I will roll one for Zavros. Zavros comes and tries to put some wood, and he puts one nail, and the piece of wood goes and flies to the top and goes, "What the?" But you manage to plug up your side, and slowly you see that you're doing good, and you'll slow the flow enough. The captain ups the dock is telling other people, and you can see them. They're like they're taking care of the goblins, and a lot of them now have buckets that they've
Oh, okay.
started to like take water out, and they're doing like the whole chain thing, like hup,
Mhm.
hup, hup, hup.
Yeah.
And,
Okay,
Oh.
so
I'm
Yes.
gonna be helping with the human chain to help empty the hall.
Okay, perfect.
And I will climb down from my candle holder.
Yeah.
And hunt down any goblin who has gotten on board.
Perfect. So you look around and you just see a goblin. You stab it, it's dead. Go to the next goblin, stab it, it's dead. They're really like they're so panicked and kind of like they're not paying attention to what's going on, and they're trying to run away. And you do see some of them slipping through and getting out from the staircase and whatnot, but they're all panicking and running.
Because I really want this to be like the Velociraptor hunting in the Jurassic Park headquarters.
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
roll me a Velociraptor check.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Velociraptor check. Okay.
13.
Let me oppose roll you.
Pose roll.
Okay. Okay. So you were like trying to sneak up on a goblin to like give him like what for right beside you, but you bumped into someone and went, "Hey, What are you doing there? You're in my way. And
Get out my way.
the goblins slipped away.
Okay.
That's it.
I proceed like that. Just
Okay, perfect. So time goes by. Bhalmir fixes the hole. The ship is still moving forward, but very slowly. The water and the damage of the ship has taken. It is barely afloat, and you only have one working mast at the moment. The other two are still severely damaged.
It's only
Um,
one guy who can fix them.
Yeah.
there's one hammer on board.
There's
Um,
one hammer on board, but I guess it's just the cells themselves that are badly damaged,
Shredded.
not the
Mhm.
mast.
The sail, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you guys want to do anything else specifically, or
Just
you know?
concentrating on fixing the hole.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So, yeah.
Car-
Right now, if there's no water anymore in the hole, I'm gonna head back up deck and
Well,
go back to the wheel and steer this ship as best I can.
perfect. You see that when you go up, the captain has already made his way, trying to control the ship as much as he can with the wheel. And you eventually make your way to this island.
Woohoo!
Eventually, like a week from now.
And just all the while, people are like buckets out, and the repairs were being made. Now that you're like at the island itself, there's less danger. You know that you can the long-term repairs. Zalros is already started barking orders to other crew members to get him things, and they do need materials that maybe the island can provide as well.
Okay. So
Yeah.
since I'm also a forester, I'm gonna go get some wood, but only if I'm surrounded by, other folks, because he wouldn't go in there because he would probably get eaten by something like a wild jungle bear, as he thinks bears goes into jungles also.
Yeah, man, Jungle Book. Come on.
Yeah, Baloo.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, before that, Car is gonna go up to the big lizard crocodile man that just appeared on his ship, and he's just gonna introduce himself. Why, hello there, Mr. Lizard. I'm Car. What's your name?
On Turaslij.
Turaslij. Well, nice to meet you. And he goes and extends a hand. All right.
Just grab the top of it.
Well, that'll do. So,
It's shaper.
Ouais, c'est ça.
just
It's a contest
like a
of
fist
strength,
bump and a high
clearly.
five. Like, what brings you here? Where do you come from?
I was on a goblin slave ship, and I escaped.
Well, good on you.
I come from far away.
Oh, I do. I come from far away too. I don't know how far north we are, though.
Not very.
Yeah, that's a question I ask. Where are we?
Where are we? I ask the stars.
To Oz?
We're in Australia? Shit. I do a death roll.
You guys know that you are sailing off the Sword Coast
Mhm.
and heading south.
Heading south. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just embarked on that ship because that guy told us he would pay us to embark and get a treasure or some kind.
Yeah. Basically, you guys were hired as bodyguards for a treasure. Yeah, basically, he offered you 50 gold pieces when just to get on the ship, which you're like 50 gold. That's amazing.
Yeah,
And
I
then
didn't add them. I had them like now.
yeah, to go for it. And a percentage of whatever treasure they find because it's supposed to be huge.
Okay.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
okay. A huge treasure. We never asked questions, right? Like, is it his treasure or are we stealing from somebody?
No, but you certainly could have asked during the trip.
Hmm,
Yeah.
probably too stupid or probably more scared than anything else. So he's
Yeah.
not thinking right. That's Scar job, not his.
Scar's job.
Would Carr have inquired
Um,
where you're
yeah.
going or why?
Well, yeah. Car talks to everyone. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Idly doodly, everybody.
Yep.
Ned Flanders.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Car asks a lot of questions.
roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, yay.
And this will be like retroactive to when
Yeah.
you were talking to people.
When you were level 4.
Oh,
when you were
you-
level 1.
Okay.
okay.
They leveled up
Persuasion.
twice on the boat on the
Oh,
way.
Okay. So 12.
12?
Yep.
You didn't find out more information other than there should be lots of treasure, gold, trinkets. But you have the feeling that the captain, the engineer, and a very sketchy dwarf know more. Just by talking with people on the ship over the weeks of sailing.
I'm not sketchy.
Not you. There's another dwarf on the ship, believe it or not. You're not the only dwarf. A Mr. Harmond Lightbane, who stays in his cabin, comes out, talks to the captain, and goes back to his cabin. Like, that is all that you've seen this man do.
And I
Harmond
just said, wow, I have the same name as my brother. Huh?
Harmon?
Yeah.
Harmon Lightbane.
Lightbane, yeah.
Yeah, he's half the size of normal Bane. So he's like,
Yeah.
Light. Bane Light.
he's mini Bane.
It's like
Yeah.
the midgets in Borderlands.
charge.
Yeah.
So
And,
Lightbane and Luna Bane.
where
Oh.
are you guys on the ship at the moment?
I'm not on the
Um,
ship. I'm trying to get people to get on the beach.
Yeah.
And
Right.
get in the jungle because I guess it's a jungle, but I just assumed that it's probably maybe a forest of some kind.
Knowledge nature.
I might go with him to hunt.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
would probably just
Forest.
see the big, tall guy that just killed everybody and said, could you come with us? I'm kind of scared to go in that thing with trees and all. You seem
Oh,
to
I'm
don't-
good
be,
with trees.
what?
I'm good in trees.
Good for you, laddie. Let's go.
and don't you worry, Mr. Ashcrag. Oh,
It's
Ashencrag.
Ashencrag.
Yeah, whatever.
There's one
I'm
type.
coming with
And you thought to remember it. Huh.
you. Yeah.
Okay, so you three decide that it's a good idea to go venture into the wilderness of this island.
I will
As you
just-
leave,
I
you
will-
notice that the captain is currently talking to the dwarf on the main deck. And he's organizing other people to like cut down some trees, and he's like pointing and stuff.
I'm just going in the forest. I'm not thinking of intelligent stuff to ask.
Um, can I?
I'll get
Okay,
your trees to fix the boat. That's all.
I'm gonna cast a message to the captain.
Okay.
And
telling the captain.
yes, and I'm gonna tell him, yes, Captain, we three are just gonna go scout ahead for a bit. What's your plan?
He's like, you didn't want to tell me in person?
Well, we're already off the boat, so I didn't want to.
Well, that's good. I was gonna organize a search party as well, just to scout the whole area. We're gonna try and repair the ship as soon as possible, and then see if we can find this treasure.
All right.
Repairing the ship comes first.
Okay. Messaging back and forth.
Yeah, I assumed it was, or because it's supposed to be 6 seconds. So. What?
Okay, so so the captain is organizing a search party also, but let's do our own thing, and he'll search.
What you know is he was going to, but you guys are already doing it. So you're the search party now.
Okay, well,
What?
we're the search party now.
Nobody told me about that. I just want to cut trees and get going.
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
I'm never fine. And he's just grumbling and going into the forest. Are you coming? I don't want to go in there alone.
Oh yes, I'm coming.
Stop blabbering around in your head.
And as you guys are walking, you see Ranjit in the distance floating slowly towards you, like, don't forget me. I'm always with you.
Oh yes, Ranjit. I'm so glad you're here now. I'm not afraid anymore. You're doing everything fine.
I don't know what you're talking about. You are the bravest dwarf I've ever met.
Are you coming to cut
Look at
trees
you
with
destroy
me,
those
Ranjit?
goblins.
What?
You even fixed the ship. You're so brave.
Thanks you, Ranjit. You're the only one who saw that. And you're frozen right now, Sean. Oh, you're a bit laggy too.
I am. Yeah, yeah, I just noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I'm there. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys venture off in the forest. Let me
With Ranjit on his disc.
just like all right. He's Tensor's floating disc, and he's just sitting on it.
Super Tensor's disc.
New image.
Perfect. So you guys are walking along. I guess it would be more like all like this, or like this. You guys can place yourselves. This is Ranjit. Boom. You notice the first thing that you notice is that the trees are very small. Do me a knowledge nature or a knowledge forester.
I don't have that on my character sheet.
Knowledge nature then.
Knowledge nature, because we never
As
put
you are
anything.
forester.
Oh wow!
Like, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, -1.
Oh.
Okay.
There will be an attack, a random attack. Don't.
Actually, nature learns something about me.
19. Nature.
Turaslij, you look and you're like, yeah, trees, grass,
And the trees are like Turaslij.
animals. It's a forest.
Oh.
Take
the 9.
Why?
Take the
I
9.
don't know why he was.
Why is there a damage roll? With light hammer.
No, it's just because I.
You fucked up.
Yeah, I just clicked on it before and I didn't know which window it was.
Yeah, it's fine. Bhalmir, you know that these look almost as if they were bonsai trees. They're like normal sized trees living, but they're bonsai, as in they should be way bigger than they are.
What the hell is going on here?
All
There's
of
no trees, there's bushes. Where are the trees?
who has the highest perception of you? I guess it's also Bhalmir.
Maybe I'm the
Who has the highest?
I have 4 in perception.
Plus 4?
Yeah, 4.
I don't have everyone's page.
Perception. It's coming. It's coming. Oh no, I lost my sheet.
Passive perception 13. On Turaslij. Bhalmir has. I don't see anything on your character sheet other than
What?
HP.
You may be on the wrong character sheet. I have 2.
Yeah.
I have 2 as well.
Yeah. So you got to get the other one. I have 4. Well, you mean passive perception?
Passive, yeah.
Oh, it's 14.
Okay, 14. So Carr and Bhalmir, you both notice over here, there's very small lizards kind of just eating with really long necks, the little bonsai trees.
And I'm looking at Turaslij and looking at them and going on like this for like 5 minutes.
Huh? Huh?
Are they your cousin, laddie?
No.
Okay. So, they are, I don't know, small reptilians. Know anything about them? Tall guy?
Aren't very nourishing.
Are you from around this spot?
No. I'm from Halrua. What you know is Halrua.
I don't know anything about Alarua.
Well, I'm from there.
Good, you'll show me on a map.
Lost
Car!
Yes. Yep.
Can someone see other things than lizards? Like actual trees?
Well, I can't see. Well, I see 3s, but they're pretty small.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna be able to fix our ship with those tiny trees.
I can make a
But
tiny boat. That's all. I can make a tiny boat for the little lizard over there.
They're
That's
supposed
not gonna be helping.
Maybe they can
You'd barely
escape
be
this
able to
place.
make one plank. It's a model boat.
I've leveled 1.
So I guess we'll just keep walking because we don't see a lot of stuff. So do you want us to move the token, or you're gonna move us because you want to stop at some point?
No, you guys can keep moving forward
Keep moving.
as you wish. And then
I can move Turaslij's token for reasons.
For reasons.
Yep.
For raisins? Yeah. I can move to Turaslij for raisin also.
Yeah, raisins. So you guys move, and in the distance, you can see a very small cave. Much like the rest of everything on this island, it just seems very small. You see, like in the distance, there are other lizards, and they seem to be eating insects. And they are the size of a chihuahua, and they're like running after it on like 2 legs and jumping, kind of like a little raptor.
Mini raptors.
But yeah, it's like a velociraptor, but if it was the size of a chihuahua.
Nice.
Not
He's
a
too
chicken,
dumb to want
a
one.
chihuahua.
I want one though, as a personal.
All right. So,
And you notice to your right there is another more majestic looking bonsai that looks like it was trimmed.
Trimmed.
To your right, yeah. It looks clearly with your knowledge nature that you rolled before. It looks like this was a pruned tree.
And are we on a road, like a man-made road, or are we like on the?
You're on a path that is like lots of foot traffic
Beaten
would
dirt.
have come here. It is not like a made road. It's just like the soil has been pressed down so much, and there's very little grass growing through it.
Okay,
It's
but we
it's
cannot
clear
see
that
any
this is a
feet
trail.
on there.
No,
No, it's only like little
it's
raptors.
yeah, little raptors moving around. They're like woo, woo, woo.
Well,
And like this little herd over here is like trying to not be really close to them, but still like grazing on these little trees here. And they have excessively long necks that are like and eating. Even though they're small, their necks are really long. They're like more like Doberman sized,
Okay.
but still small.
Just you
For
wait a minute. That tree over there was trimmed. This is not
yeah.
natural.
See, yeah,
This
it
one.
seems like it. Hmm. Maybe we're not alone on this island, other than the tiny reptilians. Maybe there's a civilization somewhere.
Maybe.
And before you ask, I cannot talk to them.
Oh.
Good to know.
That you said it was their cousin.
I don't think he said that.
I thought I
They're
heard him.
not.
I heard him say he was his cousin.
Anyways, I saw there's a cavern entrance a little far up. Maybe check it out. Unless you absolutely want to chop down those tiny trees to make some tiny planks.
No, let's go see. Maybe there's some materials in there.
Yeah.
You first.
Of course. I'm the captain. I go first.
Yes, you're the captain.
And we will walk towards
Towards the
the entrance of the cavern.
Yeah, okay, perfect. You see this weird totem figure in front.
Mm-hmm.
And there seems to be some sort of hole here, but it's easily traversed if you just go to the side. Now that you're a bit closer, you also see some mushrooms here that are faintly glowing. And those of you that are in the right angle, you can see all the way to here.
Car is gonna go up to the totem and investigate it for some markings, maybe text or anything that could give hints that there's a civilization somewhere.
Yeah, do me an investigation check.
I'll do the same
And-
thing with the stone cunning, but for
It's
rock and stuff.
the rocks here.
Well,
Or what do you want to analyze specifically?
I wanted to know: is it like a natural cavern,
Okay,
or was
okay,
it
yeah,
like
sure.
sculpted?
Okay, sure.
So did someone
I'll
do
have you.
something
I'll
to
have
the
you
wall?
be like maybe closer to the cave then, and then
Yeah,
you're
a
here.
bit
Right?
closer, and I just gonna check.
Sure.
Did someone do something to that cave, or is it all natural?
'Kay.
So it's history. Ah, ok. Fait que c'est
And
double
I'm checking out the
proficiency
mushrooms.
bonus. Fait que dans le fond, c'est history plus 2.
History.
Ouais,
Ouais.
dans le fond, c'est... Ok, fait que je suis considéré comme proficient. Fait que dans le fond, c'est comme si j'avais plus 4. Fait que sur le roll, addez plus 4.
Mhm.
Fait que j'ai 19.
And I rolled a
19.
9.
Okay. With the 9, you because you were doing your action first, or declared it first, you don't see any signs. You know it must have been placed there by someone, right? And it must have been built. But you fail to find any like markings or writing, anything to indicate like what this civilization would be, right? It has a peculiar face. It looks kind of weird.
Is it like humanoid or
Yeah, it's a humanoid totem,
okay?
and it has some weird mask, and it's making some sort of grimace. It looks like from what you can tell, it's like a trail marker, or it is just like to marking this as an entrance, maybe.
All right.
Oh, he only sees that. That's something scary. It is scary. He doesn't like that, so he's checking the walls and stuff. Everything's scary.
Okay, and with your roll, you know this is absolutely a natural cave.
Okay.
Like this was not built. The entrance looks like it was maybe not maybe it was a little altered to be wider and opened and whatnot, but everything here is natural. Even down to this chasm that is in front of you, like that was a little crack at some point and was formed over time
Okay.
to the like dripping of water and whatnot.
Okay, so I could guess that this chasm leads to more water, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
most likely.
Okay. I will transfer this information to the group and just move on inside the cave, but I will gladly wait for anybody to make the first move because he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to go check on the other side of this chasm? I think there may be something over there. And he points to the
Yeah.
altar, maybe.
Well, where you're at, you wouldn't see it, but
Oh,
these
I didn't
two,
know.
the blind, right?
It's hard to see the height.
We would
of
just tell you that there is something over there.
Yeah, there's
say,
definitely things.
let's just turn around the chasm. Let's go
Yeah,
see what's that thing. I think there's light over there.
Yeah.
That sounds
So
fishy.
as you're walking in, you can place yourselves wherever you want. This is easy to navigate. You won't hurt yourself.
So
you see in front of you is an altar with an unlit chandelier with some markings on it. In the corner there is a chest and what looks like a pile of bones. And these are just regular like rock formations.
Okay.
I go to the pile of bones.
I'll go to the altar.
Perfect.
I'm just following the biggest guy.
You're going to the bones. Cool. So even without a perception check, you can see that it is clearly a humanoid corpse. There's just bones, remnants of this humanoid. You're not sure what it was. It's holding a note, and it has a pouch, and it has like clothes of some of like leather armor and whatnot. But it's basically a skeleton now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I grab the note and read it.
Touch that thing. Could be
Read the
cursed.
note. It says, "If you're finding this, leave this island. Take what money we found in the chest and go back to whence you've came. The treasure is not worth it."
So I look at the note. I just hand it to Bhalmir.
Yeah. It's kind of sticky. Yeah.
That's me. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. Well, don't
I'll
mind
lick
if
my
we
fingers.
do take the gold. After he read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got some gold over here. The guy, ancient guy over here just told us to take it.
I wouldn't just touch the chest if I were you. Maybe it's trapped.
And
Good thinking.
as they're talking about gold and everything, I just grab a femur, look at it for straightness.
Yes, lizard folk. I love it. So weird.
Resources.
Mhm.
It's full of germs.
Absolutely.
Don't touch this.
Just ignoring. I could make a crossbow out of this.
You're
And
weird.
You can make a straw.
Car is on the altar, just investigating, looking for markings or
Yeah. This one is quite clear. So there's like a candle in front of you, like and then below there is a marking. What are your language proficiencies?
common and celestial.
Perfect. You have no idea what it says.
Can I do I have an idea what the language might be?
Roll a knowledge check to recognize the script.
So it would be history or arcana.
Just a straight knowledge. It's neither.
Okay, just
Kind of.
intelligence.
It's just like trying to, from what you've seen before. Like,
Okay.
what is it?
Anyway, it's a
What
9.
script is this? I think it's Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, 9.
Outside, there's like little mini dinosaurs going.
Tokyo Drift.
Yes. Little raptor like skidding. What did you roll?
A 9.
9. Listen, you have not seen this script before, so you have no idea.
Okay. Bhalmir, could you
Tu vois qu'il est en train de toucher au coffre, puis il est comme. Yes!
don't touch the chest right now. I need your eyes right here.
Puis il fait juste comme. I'm coming. What is it, laddie?
Would you be able to read this script?
I don't know. Just a second. Ouais, c'est dans le fond, je suis capable. I can read Dwarvish, Elvish, Goblin, and Common. Naturally.
Okay. So this is written in Dwarvish script, but you can't make up the words properly. So you know that it's Dwarven script, and you're like,
Ouais.
that's weird. I can't. These words don't make any sense. But it's all Dwarven script.
I think those laddie ate too much of those little reptiles over there. That's Dwarvish. And I
So
can't make any sense of those words. I said, don't eat the bonsai outside.
Well, I wouldn't eat anything on this island. It gives me the creeps.
I'll tell that to the other lizard behind. Think he's trying to take a snack out of the old guy.
Well, yeah, maybe. So yeah, about that chest. I wouldn't. So the note says the treasure is. What if we just brought this treasure to the captain and said that we found the treasure?
Yes, just a minute. Il est en train de regarder s'il n'y a pas quelque chose pour écrire.
And I come up to the group, stuffing the femurs in my open armor that looks to serve no purpose at all. It's just decorative.
It's like different parts. You're like,
no, it's like leather armor, but instead of being tightly laced or whatever, it's just open and it's
Yeah.
loose.
yeah.
And yeah, so I'm stuffing
gangster.
the femurs in there, and I go like, "What about the other guy?" I point to Ranjit outside, who's probably doing like in Diablo, just turning around.
Like just doing this. I don't know if you could see it. It's just
Yeah.
going like,
Yeah.
like
Renji,
He's doing the running man.
yes.
yeah,
What is
Pepper.
up? This cave looks dangerous. Ranjit doesn't want to enter. Are you okay over there?
It's like, what is the kind of paper to use? Is it another name, or is this just
What do you mean?
paper?
What paper?
It's paper or a parchment.
Parchment.
Man, you have parchment and the ink and the quill.
Mm. Let me see what Ranjit has.
Or does somebody have something to write?
Ranjit's like, yes, I always keep a chalk and a paper on me.
Yeah, give me that over
No,
here.
when
I
you make
need
me
it.
prints. And Ranjit floats over the chasm
Okay.
and goes like, here, take this parchment.
Yeah, thank you, Renji.
You might need this, and he gives you a lump of coal.
Yes. If I just he's just copying the text on the stone since he cannot read shit about it. So
Doing a rubbing.
he
Yeah.
does a rubbing.
Okay, perfect. Ranjit goes up and goes like, doing? You can't read that.
Well, it's in Dwarven, but the guy who wrote it was clearly drunk.
I did.
Well,
It's actually not
he was a dwarf.
dwarven. It's orc.
What?
Orc. Orc, right?
Not a lot of people know this, but the orc language is written in dwarvish script.
Oh,
And not
that's
a lot
why
of
I can
orcs
make sense of
actually
it. Oh.
right. It's not very common.
And why do you know Orc, Renji? That's kind of, well, sketchy.
And she needs his sources to sell to. Always. Orc,
Makes sense.
dwarf, human.
Mm.
So
Let
where?
me see here. And
So what
he
does it
goes up to it. Present to me that which breathes, consumes, and grows. Yet is never alive. Huh. What a weird thing to put on a pedestal. With a candle.
So, can you repeat that so my character doesn't write it, but I do.
I'll say it without the Ranjit accent.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
It says, present to me that which breathes,
Present to me.
consumes, and grows,
I'm not a machine.
yet is never alive.
What breeds?
What breed?
Present to me that with which breathes,
That which breeds.
consumes, and grows, yet is never alive.
And he's just like scratching his helmet.
Oh, that's a riddle. I
Sure
love
is.
them. I love them riddles.
You think it's
Present.
fire, laddie.
Yep, would make sense. And he's gonna cast Firebolt to
Yeah.
light the candle.
Okay, so you cast Firebolt and you light all 3 candles. Because there's 3 of them. All the lights dim. The candles go on. There's a big flash, and all of a sudden, everything is black. You may have dark vision, but your vision is now black. Everyone roll a dex save.
Ooh. That's not how light works.
What did you do?
I solved the riddle.
Poor ink.
And
Jake?
19.
dex save, that's a
Perfect.
12.
I just rolled 19.
Yeah. You rolled 12. Okay, so basically, the lights go out in your eyes, so you can't see anything. And everything starts shaking violently. Those who failed are now prone on the floor, and the world is still shaking around until finally it stops, and your vision slowly comes back to you. And you are not where you once were. You are now looking, you still seem to be in a cave. There is light above you, and it kind of looks like there's 3 suns above you. And yeah, it gives you enough light to see your surroundings, and there's lots of rubble around you. In the distance, you see the outlines of this cave, and it seems like you're not in the same cave at all. This place is huge. And you can't even see where the exit is, where you would want to walk to get out. But it seems huge and empty. What do you do?
So who failed? Did I
failed.
fail? Or just
Turaslij. Turaslij is on the floor and going like, huh.
Where are we, laddie? I'm afraid.
don't you worry, and I will cast
Never have
I don't
brought
know.
those things over here.
You have light in front of you. You can see up in the distance. There's what looks to be like 3 suns.
3 suns in like the sky,
What would be the sky? Yes.
but we're in a cavern.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's certainly not going to be 3 children.
And if you look directly in front of you, there is a large, very rectangular stone.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll go. On, can you put us on another image? On roll 20, like
Sure.
a random.
I'll put I'll put you on a placeholder.
But we're not there.
No,
Only
we're not there.
Turaslij.
It's just messing with
Mhm.
my mind.
Yeah. Just try and like picture it in your mind. Right now, in front of you, you see what looks to be like 3 balls of fire
Mhm.
up in front of you. In front of you, if you're looking straight, is a large rectangular stone. It looks like it was man-made, and it's very tall, like 30 feet tall. And if you keep looking, there's another one and another one above it. But it further back. But that's all you can see.
Okay, well, I freak out at the 3 suns because obviously I think Toril has 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So I freak out. And I
Mhm.
get up.
God, where the fuck are we?
We're
don't
still
know.
in a cave.
You don't say. What is that place? And he's just like scrambling to that big, tall rectangle stone.
But I'm not sure I'm following. Only Turaslij is
No,
in that.
everyone is in that new cave.
Yeah,
I'm the only one who
Oh,
just
okay.
fell.
we just,
okay.
we
He's
just
the only one
switched
that
place.
fell.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
He's just
I get it.
thrown on the ground because he fell the dexterity save.
Yeah. It was
thought
just
it
a
was
minor
just
hazard.
like displaced from the other two. Okay, now I'm following.
And slowly your eyes are adjusting to this new environment, and you see that, this is indeed a really large cave, and you can see a little bit further, but and to the north of you, you see something that looks like to be a large wooden structure, maybe a cabin or some building of some sort. But it's really far, and it's really weird that there's a cabin in a cave
with 3 suns, and the
with
cave.
3 suns above you, and that's about it.
Okay,
You
and,
can make a perception check to know more,
I just want to
or
know.
if you want to look at specific places, I can tell you more details.
Well, just a general environment. So the stone is the same, like our surrounding.
Right now, you're standing on small rubble.
Okay.
Okay, and then the rocks are maybe the size of like
Just-
trash cans all around you, and it's hard to like navigate.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard to rock. It's like almost like difficult terrain, but not really.
Yeah.
It's like, I would say it's difficult terrain, but half difficult terrain. So
yeah.
Okay.
like quarter, right? So it's just annoying to walk on this
Annoying
new
terrain.
material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Annoying terrain.
It's annoying.
And the stones look like they would be the same stones on the cave, but they're so much bigger. It's like everything that you were around, like everything seems like.
I know what happened.
Oh yeah. Do I have?
I get it.
Do I have to roll to see if my
do I have to
character?
roll, or just me as a player can like decipher it for Bhalmir?
Okay, I'm gonna roll an intelligence.
Yeah.
just to
Roll an
see-
intel
okay, I
just
get
for
it.
fun.
I rolled a 21 on my intelligence check.
Perfect.
So.
I rolled a 14.
14. Turaslij, would you like to roll as well?
No, he wouldn't understand. So that's fine.
Okay. Listen, both of you understand that you're now very small. You're now probably the size of an ant, maybe a bit bigger.
That is.
And you're
that
in
is
the
small.
same bloody cave, and in front of you is the pedestal that you went up to with like 3 little steps. But the steps are not so little now. And the 3 suns, well, they're the glowing torches that you've lit, the candles that you've lit, but they're so bright because you're so small that all you see is these lights and like a little like outline of there could have been a candle, but you can't see it because every time you look, you're like, oh, it's like looking at a sun. In the distance, you see this wooden structure and you're like, oh, damn, that's the chest.
Well,
I checked just to make sure, and yes, Turaslij has 6 in intel, so no, it's a good thing I didn't roll.
He will come up to Turaslij and just see. I guess Turaslij is on the ground, like a bit panicking. Like
No, I got up.
he got up and how is he right now? Is he like
I'm freaking out.
freaking out?
Fucking freaking out. Like fear is the only thing I understand. So.
Yeah, cool down, tall guy. We're just, well, you're not really tall now. We're all very small. You see those 3 suns? They're just the candles. Look at the stone. We're all small. It's surrounded by big freaking lizards now.
Welcome
Outside.
to Jurassic Park.
Turaslij Park.
Turaslij Park.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes. So you'll go outside and it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So Car
I
is
just watched it
gonna
yesterday,
walk.
like the new one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Car is gonna walk up to the other guys and just say, well, my bad.
Yes, indeed, you're bad.
Do you think if we extinguish the candles, we'll grow back?
Worth a try.
Okay, so
How do
we
you guess?
have 1,000 feet to climb.
Well, you know that it's about like 30 feet per step. And there was like 5 steps, like mini steps,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it was more decorative, these steps. You didn't like, as a real person, you would just look at this and it's got these little inclines and then
Yeah.
there's this like pedestal.
Mhm.
You would be able to put your foot on it all 5 steps at the same time before.
Mhm.
And then at the base of the pedestal, you don't comprehend how much taller, but then it's just a vertical incline afterwards
Mm.
to where the candles were.
So I've got nothing to extinguish a
Giant balls of
brazier
fire.
that a bonfire that big.
Yeah.
But maybe I could get one up there. Yeah. So
Jesus.
anyone has any ideas?
I got that crossbow, and I got the rope, and I got, well, bolts.
Listen, it's pretty common sense. Your crossbow bolt would just go into the flame and disintegrate.
Mhm.
How small your crossbow bolt is compared to this flame?
Oh no, it's just to climb.
Yeah.
It's not to go
Um,
into the flames because I'm not a
Oh,
dumbass.
don't worry about it,
he's
little
acting
guy.
Little guy.
I can fly.
I believe you can fly.
I can fly.
I can fly.
I can fly.
But only
Believe I can
for a
fly.
minute and only once a day. So
Well, do you think that's gonna be enough?
if maybe.
roll
How
me
fast
a
can you fly?
roll me an intel check to see how far you think you can get if you just started here.
Because if you fall
Uh,
down from there, you're
18.
gonna die.
You
That's suicide.
know that if you went straight up, just straight up, you wouldn't make it to the top of the pedestal
Oh,
with your fly. You know that you'd have to climb a certain way up and then fly. Like if you guys are at the base of the pedestal after the steps, you'd be able to do it.
How much rope do you have if you can't fly?
Well, 50 feet.
I
So
have
about
50
3
feet.
inches.
Yeah. So, well, from where we stand, how tall are those things in feet, in our feet?
In your feet, how fast can you fly?
Well, it's 30 feet.
Mhm.
So 60
per
feet
round?
if I dash per round.
Okay.
Uh,
It is almost 4,000 feet up.
I cannot
Okay, we
fly
would
that
just
far.
anyway. We can't get that far with our rope, even if we use the crossbow and everything. I don't even have pythons. Better to get help. What time is it?
You
Can't
left
you
it
tell
within the
from the
morning.
sun?
That's not the sun, tall guy. That's just the candles.
That's true. I forgot.
But nice try.
Well,
You left in the morning, so it would be almost 11.
Okay, it's almost
Early.
midday. And if we look with maybe maybe Wanderer can help me or something like that. But if we look, would he be able to estimate the distance they have to walk from the pedestal to the entrance of the cave?
Yeah, sure. So that would take you like 3 hours.
Okay.
And then to get to the chest, it's be about 2 hours.
Okay. Can I
And
roll
yeah.
if I would like to know, do I think that the cave serves as what's the word? Tanière?
A
A
den.
lair? A lair?
A lair or a den.
Or a den, yeah. A den
Mhm.
for the small dinosaurs. Would I need to like roll a nature or something like that?
You would have to roll a nature, but even with your nature from before, like,
Yeah.
and what you've observed so far, you don't notice any like droppings or
Okay.
any nest
They'd be
building or
huge.
yeah, exactly. It would be massive, these things, and
Turds.
it would
Yeah.
be you would notice like a pigeon's nest when you were big,
Yeah.
but you didn't see any of that.
So
You're not in immediate danger.
yeah. Okay. So
So,
since there are no droppings of any animals in here, we can know that they won't come in here during nighttime. But if there's no droppings, why don't they come over here during nighttime?
well, if we follow this logic, uh, the trees, they, I don't believe the trees lit the candles. So someone had to plant tiny seeds to grow tiny trees. So probably there are people living here.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
This is so
Tall guy, what do
Gulliver's
you think?
Travel.
There must be food
Um,
somewhere.
Hmm?
There must be food and shelter somewhere.
Well, we got the
And
chest, but I think it's kind of obvious.
throughout this,
yeah.
Ranjit in the background has been like, "Oh no, what am I gonna do? My business now. I can't. This is the worst.
Oh
I need to be
no,
the big
my
size."
business.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he tall?
Hmm?
Is he still tall?
No, he's with you
Okay.
guys.
Okay,
He's like
he's with us.
tiny,
Okay.
and he's like, oh, he's just panicking, basically.
Stop
Um,
panicking. That's my job.
I'm sorry, but it's stressful. I have an order coming in 3 months. How am I supposed to receive it, being the size of a
Well,
little insect?
you're the wizard. You know what's what. Can you grow us up with your books?
I don't know any spells like this. I know spells to help me run faster. Here, look. And he casts a spell, and it's expeditious retreat, and he's just running around you guys, and he's very fast.
Oh,
What?
well,
I didn't
that's the
expect
thing.
that.
He may be a kind of stupid, but I can also do that to like. Well, let's see. Two of us. Yes.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
well, all right.
Or
Say
like
we
for 1 hour. We can run faster.
well, if we can cut, if we can get to that chest in 1 hour and see what's inside, I guess.
Yeah, maybe it would be a good idea. But I wouldn't stay in the chest. I guess if it's somebody lives here, he's gonna know that if people are stupid enough to lit the candles, and be small, they're gonna look for the chest to get shelter.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, probably.
When do you do that, laddie? And he's turned to Turaslij, who, well, looks like a guy who likes bone and stuff, so someone who eats meat.
Hmm.
Well, we could also find shelter in the bones.
There's mushrooms over there.
And there's
And
mushrooms over there. Oh,
yes, the mushrooms are also glowing in the distance,
Yes.
and it looks like a forest now.
Hmm.
To your perspective,
Yeah, maybe
There's-
that's a better idea.
and
There's good hunting there.
it looks like it's snowing under the mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's glowing, and it's kind of like little flecks
Mhm.
going down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
obviously you would put mushrooms in your own game. Yes.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely. I don't expect any less.
Are they hallucinogenic? I don't know yet. Did you eat them? I don't.
D4 will tell us.
Yeah.
I would go for the chest and take a look-see.
The chest. All right, let's go to the chest and
But let's not use, well, any of my spells. Because once it's done, I have nothing else I can do for today.
say from where we are, how far is the mushroom forest?
That's about the same as the entrance. It's like
Because
3
it's
hours away by
3
walking.
hours.
3
Okay.
hours and maybe
So
how much
that
time
would
from the chest? 1 hour?
Yeah, 1 hour.
well, 1 hour
That's
if
fine.
we run.
Yeah, if you guys run at a leisurely pace, it would take 2. So actually, going to the entrance, if you're just booking it,
Yeah.
would take an hour and a half.
Okay. So, well, we can run. We just have a disadvantage on perception check for stuff that is stealthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right. So we can let's have a jog.
To where?
Cool.
The
Cool.
chest,
The
the
chest.
chest first, and then mushroom time.
I guess we would
Sure.
we would get to the mushrooms by
Using
By-
Pythagoras theorem.
Which is
by
not what-
dusk.
Full
Which
of
is not what Turaslij is
calculation.
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what
We
it take almost 2 hours to just book it there, and then
I'm
book the
listening.
other way.
Yeah, as everyone is calculating, the distances and the time, Turaslij is just kind of sizing up everybody and looking, and you see, like, instead of directions and vectors and angles, it's more like weight, proportionate weight and fat, and how much bone there is, and
I
on
can
everyone.
survive off of him for 3
Yeah,
days.
exactly.
Like amounts of calories start popping up. And like,
Nutritional information.
nutritional value. Lots of question marks because you don't know like what they've been eating.
That is totally another Terminator trope for a Turaslij.
There you go. Right. Why don't we take a small like 2-5 minute break?
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right, welcome back. You're in this cave. It is a lot bigger than you anticipated. You have decided to go north and investigate the chest, I assume.
Yes.
You make it there without any trouble. You're in front of a massive wooden structure that once you get closer, you can tell the metal bindings and the giant lug nuts, and it is a chest, and there's a keyhole like 100 feet in the air.
Are there any holes at the base of the chest?
You're standing in front of the chest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't see any holes.
Okay.
Well, we walk around.
You want to walk around?
It is gonna take an hour to walk around this chest.
Yeah.
Just to
Well,
walk around
more
the
like 30
chest?
minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll take
yeah.
a good 10 minutes to go all the way around and like
Okay.
I would look
you can go.
around if it's
Okay.
like a small hole or crack or something that we can pass through, like in broken wood or dried out wood.
Okay, so you're just gonna walk around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Make me an investigation check. Just a group one if you're all
Yeah.
doing it.
Okay, so we'll just do everyone an investigation.
So yeah, let's say Bhalmir took to the left and I took to the right, and we met up.
Or you could all go in the same direction. It's
Yeah.
just you're all
Okay.
kind of investigating to see if there
So-
is a hole.
So I rolled a nat 20 for a 22.
And I wrote an 18.
Let's see if I roll a
Uh,
nat 1. No, okay,
You
no.
wrote a 9.
9. Perfect.
2 out of 3.
You don't see any holes.
Okay. Other
God
than the
damn it.
keyhole itself.
There's no like crevice or anything. It looks like the wood is intact.
All
No
right.
rot or anything that would have broken it down.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll take it.
All right. So I guess
You
it's
didn't look for
keyhole
secret
then.
passages.
So,
Passage in the chest.
I rolled a 9. I can't look for anything.
It's not Turaslij's forte, just like Orog.
Ooh, I could bash it open, but it could take another hour.
J'ai Ash from Fire and Ash avec ses os.
No, I have 2 hand axes, so I could go like.
Oh, there you go.
Like, je suppose, I guess we are all in front of the chest, like,
Mhm.
watching the keyhole and said, well, I guess we can go through the pinhole. Just right there.
well, yeah. Do you want to try to throw a rope up there? 'Cause we
Oh,
can
yeah.
just.
I'm just gonna grab the crossbow and tie the rope on the bolt. And try
Perfect.
to.
Perfect. Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do
So-
because I
so-
can't
so
throw
shoot-
that far.
Yeah, sure. That makes a lot of sense. It's 100 feet up. Shoot to where you want to shoot at disadvantage because the rope is gonna jangle in the wind and like kind of ruin your aim.
But I would be anyway in disadvantage because it's 80 to 320 feet. So
Yeah.
I'm in disadvantage anyway.
So,
Disadvantage. I could aim.
You can aim.
If I aim.
And it's not inanimate objects don't have a high AC. Just letting you know.
No.
But they do.
I
They
roll
have
a
AC,
nat
but you
one
rolled a
as a
6.
fail.
So you shoot, and it goes up and it goes like the wiggling of the cord
The rope.
kind of brings your bolt backwards, and your rope is now like 30 feet back behind you.
So I was just going to pull the rope back.
How far are the bolts, the lug nuts on the side of the chest, like the bracing?
20 feet apart.
Okay.
So
Oh, that
how
could
do
be
you
done.
want to do this? Do we try again until we have it, or we just get one try?
You can go back and get your bolt and shoot it again if
We're
you
just
want.
losing time.
You're just losing time in the
this
game.
world. Yeah, in the game.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll try again.
Which things happen while you're not looking?
I don't want to know what Ranjiti's doing while I'm not looking. I got a 13 at
Yeah, okay.
disadvantage.
So you shoot it and perfect. It hits the top of the chest and it dangles 50 feet down because it's a 50-foot rope, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now you have a rope that's 50 feet above you, and that's the bottom of the rope.
Oh, we didn't tie it to the other one.
Oh, dang it.
So he's
Okay,
looking
so-
at Cardigan. You didn't tie it, did ya?
Well, and he just leaves it at that.
Well,
Give me a
Okay
rope.
then, and
Give me a rope. He's just gonna turn you around and grabs your rope on the side of your pack. And he's just going to do
No,
it again
he,
to just plug it near the other one.
Perfect. So you're like aiming now at the bottom of the second rope.
Yeah.
wow.
with disadvantage.
Do you have it, Nitty? Do you have
This,
a better plan, lad?
well,
No, I
Actually-
thought so.
well, I do, and I'm gonna bamf out the wings, and I'm gonna carry Bhalmir 50 feet up.
I feel
That's
like
it.
I'm flying,
With-
lad.
That's
with
a
a crossbow. What?
hold on tight, friend,
On what?
and I'm just gonna fly him up.
Ça,
50
c'est quoi,
feet.
un spell ou un racial ability, c'est ça?
C'est ben, c'est mon protector SMR.
Oh, ok, ouais. ASMR.
Yep. So yeah, it's light bearer or radiant soul.
Yeah,
Racial
I took
trait.
I took the radiant one.
Yeah.
For Car
Yeah,
Or Kylar.
Kylar.
or Kyler, right?
Mhm.
Puis l'autre.
Whoops. Super lag.
Okay, so
We
all
lost
ASMRs.
Sean
yeah.
for a moment.
So it's
Moi, je meurs
fallen.
demi-seconde, ok.
Radiant.
Calme-toi!
The other one I don't remember.
Ouais, Valiant, Scourge.
Yeah, Scourge. Yeah.
Ouais.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it should be a rule in our group that all ASMRs names should end with R.
Yeah,
AR.
Oui.
And
Ouais.
start with a K.
Car,
yeah.
Kylar.
And it's canon now. Every ASMR in the world now you get to be everyone that start with a K and end with a R. You can
Right.
be suspicious about him. Him or her.
You may or may not have to wear a mask.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So now we're 50 feet in the air.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
To
50
try
feet
the
in the
rope.
air in front of the rope.
Okay. And I'm just gonna tie it together with a sleight of hand.
Perfect. You don't even need a sleight of hand.
Okay, fine.
You tie it. You're proficient enough with ropes to tie a basic knot.
Okay.
You don't need it to hold super well. It's not complicated.
Okay, cool. So I tie the rope and I just say like, well, being clumsy and all in like car hands, which is kind of weird. What are we doing now? I don't like to feel your hands around me.
Are you holding on to that rope?
Yes, I am.
All right. I'm gonna let him go and fly up to the keyhole.
You're gonna
perfect.
leave me down here with the rope? You fucking... That's all you hear while you fly away.
Yeah. Ranjit is just very amazed that you went up there. He's like, "Oh, so brave. He is the best."
Now I need to climb over there. God damn.
Yes. So I'm gonna. I don't know how tall would the keyhole be.
It's like I said, it's about like it's 100 feet up. So
No, I mean
you're there.
how tall. I mean, do I have?
whole
Oh, it's
crouch.
about no, you don't have to crouch. It's just a bit taller than you are, the keyhole.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just gonna land on the edge of the keyhole and wait for my party.
Okay,
I
cool.
start climbing.
Climbing, avec un 11. Perfect. You get up.
All right.
Turaslij, did you want to climb, or are you just gonna like watch?
Yeah, no, I'm
people
climbing. I'm
stuff?
climbing.
Okay.
With a 16.
Perfect. You climb up like a champion.
Up
He
to
doesn't
Bhalmir
even
is
use
like,
his feet.
Yeah, he doesn't use
Uh,
his feet. He's just like.
Yeah, exactly.
Turaslij literally just goes like, has claws and goes like a squirrel all the way up. You're on now all in front of a keyhole.
and like Bhalmir is just like fucking keyhole. Ah, God damn.
You
He's just
kick it.
dangling.
Yeah,
And
nothing seems to move.
I'm gonna unsheath the scimitar and cast light on it, so I can
Okay.
see inside the chest.
I don't do anything.
Well, you see in the keyhole, and
Mhm.
you see the internal mechanism of the keyhole, which is not super complicated. You have two crevices, which look like they take some sort of pressure and some at specific locations that you can press down to unlock as if a key were being turned in it.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yes.
Turning that keyhole.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be a lockpick. You
So
need to find the place to press to unlock this chest. Is what you can tell, because
Oh.
you're pushing around and like nothing's moving
Nothing is
directly
moving
in the
while you
keyhole.
press on the pins.
Well, you didn't tell me you were pressing on the pins, but I'm saying in the keyhole where you're pressing the surfaces, if you touch them,
Yeah, the
nothing
thing is,
moves, right?
I know how keyholes work. I don't know if
Mhm.
Bhalmir do.
Mhm.
Does whatever.
Does.
And how would you what's your take on that?
You can just transmit the information. If you know how a lock works, you know how a lock works.
Okay, so
Well,
well,
if Bhalmir knows, what do you mean?
yeah, I know, but does Bhalmir knows how?
Oh, okay.
Like, I know, but I know Turaslij has no freaking idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't know if Bhalmir ever work on that kind of thing. So
You're into woodwork.
yeah,
I would just take I would take a knowledge check. Just a straight knowledge check.
which is
Intelligence.
history or
No, intelligence.
Just intelligence. Just
straight
straight
intelligence.
int.
Alright.
To know how this mechanism
I got a
works.
crit.
Perfect. You know that you need to press down specific pins.
Yeah.
These pins are now huge.
Yeah.
Because you're small. And you would unlock this simple lock.
So would I know that I need to press them at a certain point in order to attain like the turning point of the pin, if we can say. I don't remember the word.
Give me an investigation.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Investigation. 15.
Okay, so this is a very simple lock.
Okay.
It literally needs just to be pressed in the right spot
Okay.
to open.
No,
This
no
is
turning,
not like
just press.
no turning, no little like. This is a very simple lock.
So I transmit the information to my buddy over here, and well, is Turaslij over here also? Probably.
I'm probably hanging from the rope. You know, it's twisted around my arm, and I'm letting just
Okay.
like not even hanging, just
holding it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you see like Bhalmir going around the pins and pushing them, listening, pushing, listening. And then he turns back and he says, "Well, laddie, we just have to push them at the right moment. It's gonna happen. So are you gonna help me or gonna hold to your rope that you goddamn seem to love?
can help.
I help you there. So push your pin and wait for the click."
You know that even though it's clicked, you'll have to hold it while someone opens the chest.
Oh, that's
This is a
different.
three. This is exactly a 3-man operation.
I'm gonna open that chest. I'm super strong.
I'm super strong. Yeah,
Ned
sure.
Flander in spandex keying.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's like I'm wearing nothing.
Okay,
If
so
you want, you can do it, lad.
so do I just get up to I'm gonna get up to the edge of the
The seam of the chest where they
yeah.
connect
Yeah.
the top
the-
to the bottom.
Yep, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
get
listening.
up there.
Okay. So you'll need to press down, and then someone needs to try and lift with a strength check.
Yep. I'm gonna be lifting.
Okay.
I'm a mage.
I'm pressing like crazy on my pin,
Perfect.
as I've been told.
You press down and you have no problem pressing the
Yeah.
pin down. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like with one hand, just kind of like,
Yeah.
whoop, and you're just like pushing it. You're trying to push it more, and it's just hitting the back of the wood. And
Yeah.
you're like, well, fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
So does Does Bhalmir-
Bhalmir, I assume, also is pressing down his pin. Would you like
Okay.
to roll a strength check to see
athletics
can
or just
open?
straight strength?
Y'all allow athletics. There's no
Alright.
problem if it's better.
Oh yeah, I got a 15.
A 15. So you go and they're pressing down their pins and you're lifting. And by God, are you lifting? You are pulling a sweat. This is hurting your back. Your knees are caving. And you can't seem to budge this thing.
Because I'm not pushing yet.
No, we assumed you were pushing.
Okay, I'm pushing.
Yeah.
Fine. And do we
So,
see him, like, having difficulties?
No, absolutely not. You're inside the
You're
keyhole.
inside
You
the
see nothing
keyhole.
but darkness. The
I don't see
keyhole in
darkness,
front of
I
you.
see everything. I am the darkness.
No,
And if someone
see,
needs light to see, because, well, he's a lowly human and can't see in darkness, they can't see me. I'm invisible.
yes.
As we can see from your camera feed, yes.
I am invisible.
Yes, you are invisible.
I'm here now.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Yeah, no, you struggled. You weren't able to lift the chest
Okay.
even a little.
I'm
So,
just going to arrange my sound now. Just a moment. There you go.
and I'm
Supposed to
gonna
be better.
head back to the keyhole, huffing and puffing, and like, well, that didn't work.
You need help.
Well, maybe you should try lifting lifting the chest.
Oh,
I can push that pin for you.
Alright.
Let's trade places. And
So
I'm
go
just
up.
gonna go and press
Yeah.
the pin.
Yeah, you have no problem. It's a little heavy, but you managed to push the pin down.
Let's see for a moment. If our friend can do it. Otherwise, maybe we have something in our packs that can lift or would be more easier. If we could just push the pin by itself at the right moment, or at the right spot. What do we have? I have the whole backpack I can put on there.
I got nothing.
You have your own backpack, you stupid.
Well, yeah, but it won't. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, probably
The,
some
uh,
Viens de
useless
comprendre.
weapons.
Tu peux juste comme laisser quelque chose sur le pin, puis ça marche.
I thought I had to like.
Yeah,
I thought it was like
you do, but if you can wedge something, right? You can totally take like a
Yeah.
crowbar or your pack and have the thing held.
Yeah,
Makes
just
sense.
someone had a crowbar or something.
Oh, I got torches.
I also got torches for the laddie that can't see in the dark.
You think that adding torches could hold the pin if you put it at the right angle?
Okay. I'm gonna use a torch to try to like wedge it and just keep the pin in place.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you put it in there and the pin doesn't seem to move.
Okay. So let's just hope that this tiny splinter will keep the lock open. And I'm gonna help our friend up there. And I'm heading back to the
Bhalmir,
cupboard.
are you doing the same?
Well, I'm going to push the pin, and if they can't do it, I'll just go outside and try to lift the thing.
Okay, perfect. All right, so Turaslij, you make it up there. There's not much space, but you figure you can crawl a little bit and like push.
Mhm.
And then suddenly, as you're about to like you're prepping yourself to push, car is right next to you.
Okay.
Let me give you a hand, and I'm gonna put my hand on him and say, Saluni, please guide our friend. Cast guidance on him, and then use the help action.
Perfect. So
Right.
Turaslij, you now have advantage and a D4.
And a D4.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And a
Yep.
partridge in a pear tree.
All right. So
Intelligent.
athletics, obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Bloop. That is a 23 without the D.
23. So you're moving it and it's barely moving. You're like, you know, it wouldn't take much more force to get this thing open, but as it stands, you look to your left and there's not enough room for a person to get into the
Mhm.
chest.
That's without the D4, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, well, anyways, the D4, the 2, okay, 25.
So yeah, 25.
25. Okay, that's different.
Total of 25 because I didn't
you-
add the D4.
Yeah, you didn't add the guidance.
Mhm.
So you move it and you're on your back.
Mhm.
And you're pressing with all your limbs up. And it moves just enough for people to go by. But
Okay.
you know if you move,
It'll close shut.
it'll fall back down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you are sufficient right now
Okay.
as yourself to just hold it up.
Um,
Oh, no.
quickly, I'm gonna message Bhalmir and say, all right, friend, it's now or never. Get your ass up here. And I'm gonna roll to the other side, inside the chest.
I will just finish my message.
Which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Finish the message.
Why?
You can reply to this message.
You can reply to this.
I'm coming! I'm just gonna wedge that thing!
Yep. Hurry up, or our friend is. I can't reply. Whatever.
If I will use probably one of my I don't know, axes, bolts, anything.
Ok, mais choisis un.
I'll take my axe and just wedge it there with the hammer. So we'll just come
Hmm.
plant that
Minus 1 axe,
minus one
and-
axe.
and then you can go up.
Yep.
You make it up, no problem. You see Turaslij going like, like he's struggling to keep it open enough for one of your bodies to make it through. Or
And I have to do
okay.
strength athletics. That's it.
No, you can squeeze, no problem. He's holding the whole weight.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not actually a whole human being. I'm just like a quarter of it.
No. You're a medium-sized creature. It fits a
Yeah.
medium-sized creature. You're not a halfling.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I fit in there, and what can I put in there to keep that thing open? Not much. So what do I see inside?
You have dark vision for 60 feet?
No, more. I have 90 feet.
You see outlines of, I'm gonna go with cylindrical shapes that are very thin. Well, actually they're pretty thick to your perspective. Yeah, so you see these cylindrical pancakes, and they're at the bottom of this chest, and there seems to be like maybe 10 of them, maybe 7 of them. You're not sure. You can see only the outlines of 4 of the tops of them. And basically you see like a hemicircle. And you don't know what color it is because you're relying on dark vision at the moment. But there seems to be some texture on the flat surface of this hemicircle.
I will throw rapidly a torch lighted.
Okay, so you're doing that.
Yeah.
Turaslij, give me a Constitution save to maintain your position while they're looking in the chest and not just scrambling to get in.
I'm gonna jump in.
Okay, perfect. You make it in.
Yeah.
Turaslij still has to do.
I'm still an advantage, but sorry.
Just
7.
re-roll it.
Okay. That's better. 15.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
All right. You're okay. You hold it and you're like,
Mhm.
you know that you can't hold this for much longer.
Yep.
But you're okay right now.
Are you old and tall guy?
Just hurry. I can't do this all day.
Noted. Hey, Cord, what are you doing down there? I just threw up a torch in there. Can't you see?
Yeah. And I jumped.
Yeah, and you jumped in. You're flying still, right?
Well, I have a minute, so I
Okay,
have
so let's say
like
you have like 15 seconds left on your
Yep.
minute, and
Yeah.
you can still glide down.
Mhm.
Bhalmir throws a torch, and you see these massive outlines, and these hemicircles are giant coins, huge coins. There's about only 15 of them. They're gold
Rich.
coins.
50. So
It looks like this chest could have held several hundred coins, but people might have already looted it by what you've seen.
well, this chest uh so this chest is empty right now. There's nothing in there. There are like 7 coins.
Well, we don't have
Are
time
you
for that.
kidding me?
Get the hell out of there!
Yep, I'm just gonna blast my way out of there.
Okay, perfect. So you make it out.
Yep.
What do you two do? Bhalmir and Turaslij?
Is everyone out?
I don't know.
Well,
I-
I was
Bhalmir.
probably just in the crevice, like, looking.
Yeah. Do you want to stay in the crevice where
I know,
the
I don't
thing's gonna fall into you, or
Absolutely not. I'm
Okay,
just
yeah.
going...
that's why I'm asking.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So, yes, you would definitely just get out of there.
Go back to the keyhole.
Yeah.
Turaslij, you can let go, and you know you have enough time to like roll out.
Yeah.
If you'd like.
Yes, I would.
Perfect. So you all make it out of that area. You know that inside the chest is about 15 gold pieces from your direct observation of just looking in with the torch. And now the whole mechanism clicks down. You hear 2 snaps coming from the keyhole.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you go back to see what was happening, both your implements that were used to hold the key, the lock mechanism, have both snapped under the immense weight that was pushed against them.
That's cool.
And you're back in the keyhole.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna make my way back to the ground.
Yeah, I'll follow. Well,
Well,
do you
that
think
was
we...
enlightening.
Well, at least we know now that what's inside could have been better.
That was a waste of time.
Well, if you were so intelligent, why didn't you
Yeah.
say something?
Well, it turns out it was a waste of time.
Yeah, that's better. Thought so.
All right, so race you to the forest. See you in 3.
Okay.
Don't dare me.
Running.
Don't... just a minute, smart guys. We'll need to pull that thing out, or we are out of rope. I don't care,
Oh,
but if it was for
yeah.
me...
It's just a crossbow bow that's holding it. And I pull on it.
Perfect. You pull on it, the crossbow bolt easily snaps, and the rope comes down.
And then while he's rolling the rope and beginning to walk, he just says, "Thank you."
Yeah,
No
you,
problem.
you can keep my 50 feet. I don't. I won't be needing it.
Sure. Hey, he's just rolling it in a bundle, like a neat one, and put it on his back.
Perfect.
And he follows them.
Okay. Perfect. So you're going to the mushroom patch.
Yay, mushroom patch!
Nice.
Mushroom.
No badgers, please. No snakes.
Ooh, it's a snake. Fine.
Oh, speaking of which, let's have a small requiem for Flash.
For
Oh.
Flash? Who's
Yeah,
Flash?
Flash is
discontinued.
officially dead.
Who's Flash?
As of the time of this filming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as of the time of recording.
Le vidéo comme
Flash.
le
Oh,
programme, genre
Flashing
Flash
Player.
itself.
Flash.
Okay.
Ouais.
Yeah.
I thought it was like somebody. Is it? Who's
No.
Flash?
We're not talking about the Flash, okay? Like
What?
he's not done yet.
Okay.
We're talking about
Yeah, Flash player and
Yeah,
Flash itself.
Flash.
Yeah.
As of the time of this filming, it has
Yeah.
just been discontinued.
Yeah.
Sad times. On to better things.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's done its time. It was a great platform, but it's done.
Yeah, it's done. We'll love you forever. We
You
won't
can hang
forget
out
you.
with you can hang out with Internet Explorer and
Oh, so many softwares
Yeah.
genre.
that lived and died.
Anyway, so you guys make your way towards this mushroom forest now. It is bioluminescent. You get close to it. What do you guys do? You just walk towards it?
I'm-
I take my my short sword and my shield.
Okay.
I prepare as I delve in.
Okay, you delve in. You
Yeah.
notice it's still sort of snowing.
Mhm.
Have these flecks coming down. What about you two? On your car?
Well, I see the tall guy with the scales just taking his weapon, so he'll do the same. A bit shaky about it, and he's just going to follow him closely.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Car?
and I'm following and keeping my eyes peeled for anything that may move
Okay.
in the distance.
So you're walking now
Yep.
into the forest. Everyone make a con save.
Of course. Oh
15.
no! I rolled a 1.
I rolled a
Okay.
21.
So that's 6
So-
for me, but I rolled a 1.
Turaslij and Bhalmir, you're fine. It is hard to breathe here because of like the
Mhm.
constant falling of spores and there's dust being lifted up. Car, you are paralyzed.
Oh,
Oh shit!
You are
Shite.
now just you walk in and all of a sudden and for some reason you're in the back. You
Well,
just
he ends
gotta
up in the back.
herp, and the two of them make a perception check.
Oh, that's not my fort. Oh, wait, that is my fort. Okay, 15 as well.
Perfect.
8.
Turaslij only. You recognize that one of the people you were with just stopped moving.
Yeah, because
you guys were
I'm
walking.
used to being in a hunting party, so obviously
Yeah.
I try to be aware of all my
Surroundings.
whole group, and
Yeah.
as soon as someone drops behind, stop.
Yeah.
We have to check what's wrong.
And
So I
you
just bump into Turaslij while he probably stops. Ed, what are you doing, scaly man?
That one is stopped. Stop moving entirely.
and
What?
Turaslij, you also notice that there are bite marks
Mhm.
on the mushrooms.
Okay.
And one mushroom in particular seems to have another pile of bones on it.
Like a
The
tiny
humanoid.
pile of bones.
Yeah, tiny
okay,
pile of
yeah.
bones. Another humanoid tiny pile of bones.
And the bites are tiny as well.
They would be your size. Like
Okay,
if you
yeah,
were
yeah.
to take a bite.
Okay.
Because that's going to get confusing. Tiny, always tiny. Tiny on your perspective. Anyway.
Your size.
Wait. My current size or my actual size?
This is social. No, just there are bite marks on it, the
Okay.
size of a humanoid biting into mushrooms.
Okay. Let's not eat the mushrooms, lest we end up like this guy. Now, what's wrong with your friend here?
God, what are you doing, mate? What are you moving? And he's trying to just shake him up.
So you're moving him, and he's just like,
And he's just like taking his face. What are you doing? Move! God! And he's just like,
I
Gar,
can't do
you
I
can
can't do
mutter
anything.
3 words.
I am
Choose wisely.
paralyzed. I am paralyzed. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
3.
yeah, that's right. I think he's
Um,
paralyzed.
You don't say.
And at that moment, both of you two right now make another con save.
This is gonna
12.
20.
Bhalmir, you breathe in as you're inspecting Car, and you're like playing with his face, right? And you start getting slower You're like,
I don't feel so
and
good.
you're not entirely paralyzed, but you're stunned,
Yeah.
and you can't really move. But you feel like you should probably leave.
I feel
And you're gonna leave.
woozy. Wait,
And
I
Turaslij,
think he
you
gave me
also
the
have
infection.
difficulty breathing, and you suspect it's your environment around you.
So I bend down and I pick up Carr by the legs, kind of like you do a caber toss. So I pick him up and just walk out of the mushroom patch, saying, "We were prepared."
And I'm trying to walk behind him slowly and like a drunk person, and trying to follow him, but definitely slower.
So Carr has his hips like right around here, so you're like probably like 8 feet in the air.
Yeah, because I'm
You're just
thick
straight,
as
like
Yeah.
stiff as a tree.
Why are
And,
you so fast?
yep. So you make it out, and you can your breath starts becoming normal again, and you notice your friend is still not moving, and it takes a while before anything starts coming back to his movement. You see he's twitching a little bit.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Well, I don't consider my because the way I picture the armor I have on and the fabric and whatever, it's not very there's not a lot of fabric I can rip off. Does Carr have a robe or something?
I have a long coat and some fine clothes. So yeah, probably like a silk shirt. So you can rip that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't need your permission. I just
No.
wanted to know what you had on. All right, so I grab a hand axe by the blade and I start cutting pieces of let's just see if it's the coat or the
Not the coat.
blouse.
Not the coat.
Hey. Okay, so odds and evens. Odds is the coat, and that is a 14. So it's the blouse. Start cutting the blouse right off your chest, and start making strips that we can wrap around our mouths. Welcome to 2020.
So perfect.
So yeah, your blouse is now like totally open, and there's 4 bands missing.
Yeah.
And
no, you look like Lilu from.
No, actually, I was thinking of Fabio on the cover of romance novels, like shirt way open.
Yes, like the extreme V-neck.
So yeah, just cut it off.
I'll just look like my avatar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, your
So I
first
throw the
gay
bands to
pirate
people.
avatar. Love it.
And then I just wrap mine around my face.
Okay, perfect.
I'll do the same, but slowly.
Yeah. No, as soon as you walk out and you've had a moment, you're okay. And it takes almost an hour for a car to start getting feeling back.
Okay.
So you have an hour of downtime if you want to do something.
Actually, I'm gonna head back in the forest, do some exploring.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna go straight to that corpse I saw.
Bhalmir, it'll take you almost half an hour to get back to normal.
Okay. And I'll take I'll look at Carr, just to be sure he's fine. But I'll also grumble that well, the other guy just went away while we were alone and paralyzed. And he was just gonna whine about it.
And Ranjit will never be normal. And he's probably still there, right?
Yeah, probably. He
Ranjit
never
just-
went there, probably.
No, Ranjit's just passively following you guys, and like
Mhm.
the guys went into the forest. He's just kind of stayed at the edge, and he
Yeah.
came back, and he's like, that's not good." He's like NPC mode, just kind of passive.
But yeah,
following.
could you imagine like Gandalf getting to the edge of the forest? Everyone goes in, and like 5 minutes later, they emerge.
That's it. Oh shit! I'm not walking in there. C'est pas mal ça pour Ranjit. Like even when you guys went up the chest, he was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not climbing that rope."
Yeah, so
Um,
I
There's
head back
Ken
to the
climbing that
small
high.
cadaver I saw.
And,
Okay, perfect. So
does
you
it seem to
you
have any?
easily get to the cadaver.
Yeah.
And this one looks a little bit more fresh. There's
Mhm.
still some flesh on it. Again, not a note in his hand, but there seems to be a note with a python.
Yeah.
On the mushroom above him. And yeah, there's still bite marks on different parts of the mushroom and whatnot. And then there's with your perception check, you can see even cuts into the mushroom. Like
Okay. Yeah.
they don't look like bites; they look like
Mhm.
someone just cut pieces off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I imagine the note is the same type
It's the same.
of.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same type.
Okay.
And it's written in common, so it's easily read. And if you read
Mm.
it, you see a note that says, I I tried to follow the directions on the altar. I didn't make it very far. These mushrooms are edible, but I will never go outside. I haven't seen any of my companions come back from their journey. All I can do is pray that someone else makes it here and we can return to normal.
All right. So I grab the note in the python. I stab the dude with the python with the note on it, and I drag him out to the group.
Perfect. So Bhalmir, his car can't really move, and I'm gonna assume he's like
Nah.
facing like a random way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a walking way.
Yeah,
I'm staring at the
like the ground or whatever.
The oblivion of life.
Bhalmir, you see Turaslij come back, and he's dragging this corpse. And it looks decomposed, and it looks like it's currently being decomposed, and he ripped parts of mushrooms off of it as he like brought it there. And he has this note attached to this cadaver as he's dragging it to you.
And then I swing it to the group,
Mm.
like not even in the air, just like you would a bag of dirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I just swing it. It lands, and I say, "Meat's back on the menu."
You're talking for yourself. I ain't eating that shit.
You can eat the mushrooms. Apparently, they're edible,
That's far better.
but you gotta get your own.
Hey, did you have difficulties breathing in that?
I wasn't told I did.
No, with your mask, you didn't
Yeah.
have any problem.
Well, I
people wear
get
masks.
they're not very far. You can keep an eye on.
2020.
You can
This is
keep
not
an
a
eye
PSA.
on God when I'm gone.
No, I won't eat him.
I hope
Maybe
so.
Maybe scavenge his clothes again.
What?
Never mind.
Fine.
So,
Just don't take a nippy out of him.
Got
Oh.
this.
Yeah, that's fine. So, what did the boar tell you? Well, the dead one.
The mushrooms are edible. This guy didn't get any farther than we have right now, and we shouldn't leave the cave in our current state.
What is that?
If you look at the note,
Yep.
You see the same message, and it's telling you there is a message written on the altar, and you're not sure if it's the same message that you already know, or if there's another message on the altar. Leaving the cave is dangerous. Because no one, but you know that it's just no one else has ever come back, so you don't know if that's because they made it out or if they
They're all
died
dead.
and never
Mhm.
came back, right? So you have no idea of that. You just know that this individual died
Okay.
because they never ventured further.
And of course, this is natural that you get more stuff out of this message than Turaslij.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's reading comprehension 101.
did you see that he wrote that there was something else written on the altar over there?
I figured it was the thing we saw.
I think there's something else, laddie.
Could be.
He just shake a bit car to see if he's woken yet.
Am I
I'm gonna
Um,
assume that enough time has passed on at this
Okay.
point, and you shake, and you're just like, "Ugh, ugh," and you slowly get feeling back into your lips.
Welcome
Okay.
And your
back to
mouth.
the living, lad.
Why, thank you, friend.
And I hand you a piece of corpse, and I say, "You need your strength. 8."
I'm gonna
It's
get
just
you
like-
something else.
Gross.
Oh,
Pretty sure even lizard folk cook their decomposed meat before
Oh no,
eating.
definitely. I just find it funnier if they don't.
So what do we have in here in the chef book today? Oh, look at that. Rations. Would you prefer dried meat other than corpse meat, Mr. Scaly Man?
He's gonna take the meat and flap it. He's gonna put it in his backpack and take out some rations. I'll keep it for later.
And
I'm gonna
I'm just presenting dried meat to
Alright.
Turaslij.
And then I'm like, "Oh, you mean this?" And I have a small wrapping, like a leaf wrapping around prawns, dried
Okay.
prawns.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, so you have your own.
Oh yeah, and the scales are still on. So
Okay.
Nice.
yeah.
Seems a bit
crispy.
crunchy for my taste. I'll keep the dried meat if you don't mind.
Did you know some people make chips out of these?
Sounds like it.
I'm
All
sorry,
right.
crisps. They make crisps out of these.
Yeah, that's it.
And he's gonna show to Car and explain him everything that you just
Yeah.
explained us about the writings and everything, and the boy that is dead and everything.
So when I looked at the altar, I didn't find another message. I
Well,
only
the-
find
The
I-
message, it's probably at our size.
Oh,
I think that's what the board tried to say.
well, maybe that is a lot of surface to cover.
Well, it's 100 feet per stairs, but maybe it's on a stairs.
That is a lot of surface to cover.
Yeah, I know. Do you have any better plan? We're out there gonna die.
Yeah,
I don't want
sure.
to die. You
No,
can
I
though.
don't. I won't let you die, my friend. Okay, we can head back to the altar, see if we can find something else.
Or we could go in mushroom den. Yeah, our scaly man
not-
over there just make those little nifty things over here.
Yeah.
We can
I-
breathe in there now, and we can eat the
Yeah.
mushrooms.
I see that our new friend made alterations to my fine blouse, and he's gonna unbutton it and just go shirtless under his coat.
And so you guys make your way to the altar. Everyone give me a perception check.
I will give you a perception check.
Perception. That
Perception.
is a 19.
19.
Oh
Perfect.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
That is
I critical fail.
that's a 7.
That's a 5.
Perfect. Turaslij, you notice on both like extremities of this large, very rectangular slab, there is a plaque.
I move to 1, the closest one.
Okay. You go to it, and in common, as follows, it states, to find that which lasts eternal, you must first travel in a land reversal. Follow the path, past the gnarled tree and tar, enter the forest, and you've gone too far. In a hollow you might find familiar. Present life's first breath on something familiar. Don't be surprised at what you may find. Treasure and beauty was all left behind. Only with flame renewed can you end the ancient feud.
Can you copy paste that?
Just leave it.
And as I'm reading, I'm wording it with my mouth.
Why?
And then I just... What the hell does this mean?
Nice. Any final words? Great DM.
No.
And then you're
You
gonna see a
find
fade
this.
on this.
Yeah.
Like, you
What the
find
hell
this.
does this
You
mean?
read it. What does
Yeah.
it mean? Where will you go? What will you do? Stay tuned till next time on Icewind Dale.
Rime of the Frostmaiden. Blah, blah.
Blah blah.
Blue.
Skobliat.
Split.